edition of the Northern Rangers. I'm Casey Canopic, our cameraman's my dad, and we're up here at sunrise on Mount Rainier. Today we're going to be climbing the Fremont Lookout Tower Trail up to an old fire lookout station that is up here that used to be able to see fires around in the Mount Rainier National Park area. So we're going to be heading up to the trail. We'll give you a tour of it, what it's like, some views from the top, and just let you know what the trail's like. So let's go. Okay, well we're at the trailhead area. It's 1.3 miles to the actual Mount Fremont trailhead up there. The mountain's right here. It's huge if you want to scan over there and show them. So it's definitely a great view. The sign also shows that in 1.3 miles you can run into the Wonderland Trail, which is what Jeff and I will be hiking on in less than 2 weeks. So this will be kind of a preview of the sights that we'll be seeing along the way. Let's go. Well, the trail got kind of steep right away, and as you can tell, the wildlife is out with a marmot that just crossed the trail in front of me. So it's been a great hike so far, awesome views, and it's really getting me excited for doing our Wonderland Trail hike. Let's continue. I know I've said this before, but the mountain is just right there, and it just feels like you can reach out and touch Rainier. It looks so crystal clear and just cold, and I mean, it is just a gorgeous view. It's about 7:30 out, great time to be hiking. As we showed you, the animals were out. It's a perfect day to be outside in the wilderness. Let's continue down the trail. Behind me is Frozen Lake, and in case YouTube has degraded the quality of this, that's a giant snow chunk that is breaking off and falling into the lake, hence the name Frozen Lake. It's very pretty up here, and I just can't get over. I know the quality isn't going to be the great on the video, but it is just gorgeous out here. So if you ever get the chance to do this hike, you gotta come out here. Let's continue. So this is where the Wonderland Trail is officially starting. Jeff and I will be doing this hike starting August 7th through the 15th. We won't be going in here, we'll actually be going in at Mowich Lake, a different point. But one thing that we'll have to look forward to is that the bridge across the White River is washed out. So we'll be able to shoot some video there of us trying to cross the river at an alternate crossing. So make sure you tune back in as we're going to follow our entire week-long hike through video and photos. Let's continue on our hike now up to Mount Fremont. It's about 1.3 more miles to the top. Let's go. Here's where the trail will be going for the next 1.3 miles. This has been the steepest part of the trail so far, and we've been hiking on these rocks that are loose, but it really hasn't been too hard of going. So we can't be too much further from the top of it. It goes around this bend right here, so I'm going to go see what's around it. We made it around the bend, and I was right. The fire lookout tower is right over there. It's that small point on that far ridge. We'll show you some shots of it as we get closer to it. But for now, we're going to head down the trail. Let's get there. We've made it to the Fremont Lookout Fire Tower. It's 7,181 feet in elevation. Mount Rainier is right there. Let's go check out the tower. We'll show you some of the stuff around it, because I've never seen it, and I'm interested to find out. one thing's for sure, I would not have minded this lookout job. These views are amazing. At just south of north, we have epic views of greatness. Here's another one for you. Here's what the inside of the tower looks like. There's a stove in the far corner, 2 beds, a chair, and not a whole lot else. Woohoo! Well, we actually have a special treat for you. We decided to take an alternate route back to the car parked at Sunrise. Behind us, we hiked across some of the snow. The melt's really flowing right here as it's really warm the last couple weeks, and so the snow has really been melting, but there's still a lot of it here. So we're going to head on down. We're going to go to Sunrise Camp, which is actually a camp that Jeff and I will be staying because this is the beloved Wonderland Trail. So I'm getting a little preview of it before Jeff to try it out, see what our camp's going to be like. So we'll let you know. We'll shoot a video down there and another one back reviewing the hike. Let's go. Along the trail, there are a number of wildflowers that are just now coming into bloom. We're at the Sunrise Campground, and this is where we'll be staying on night number 2 when we do the Wonderland Trail. They do have bear hangers here, so that way once you cook, put your food away, you can put it in the tree. So that way we don't have to take and get eaten by a bear by having our food in our backpack. Let's head back down to Sunrise. We'll conclude this hike. I'll give you some ratings on what I thought of it as an overall hike, and we'll head back home. Alright, well that was a great hike. It was a lovely day to be out here hiking. We hiked up to a lookout tower, got to be able to get a little taste of the Wonderland Trail that we'll be doing in just under 2 weeks. So what I'm going to start doing here on our Northern Rangers videos is actually giving you a ranking of our hike. So this hike up to the lookout tower and down around by Shadow Lake, I'm giving it a 5 stars. The reason for this is because overall it was just a great hike. Now this is why I'm giving it 5 stars. I've broken each of these into 3 different categories. The first category is going to be popularity. Popularity is going to be a 1 based on the fact that there's so many people here. So I prefer a hike with less people, so this rating will be 1 for bad, 5 for good. This gets a 1 star because there's so many people here. But for epic views, I'm giving this one a 5. And this is because these views are just amazing. And overall, they're just breathtaking. And as for difficulty, I'm giving this a 2. It really wasn't that hard of a hike. I mean, it's pretty much flat. The only difficulty part that gave it a 2 over a 1 is some loose rocks in some spots and a little bit of incline that could be difficult on those not really good hikers. So for JustSouthOfNorth.com, I'm Casey Knopick, he's my dad, and we're the Northern Rangers.